getting some restocks of some of the sheets that are quite popular in my shop. That includes the toilet bound Hanako-kun sticker sheet that I sell in my Etsy store. It's very popular and I get a lot of people liking it recently at the moment as well. So I thought to plan ahead, as I have probably about, I think it's 1 or 2 left that is sellable, I thought I would print and cut some more on the machine. Just as at the moment in my job, other than my Etsy shop, it's got a little busier, should I say, my voice gone there, a little busy and stressful at the moment, so being able to prep a lot of stock, so it's just easy if I do sell anything when I'm at work or something, I can just get home and it's already there. I just have to pack it up and print out a shipping label, and then most of the packages I drop off on my way to work in the morning at the post office or the post box, which is on my way to the station. Now, I had a little disaster with my machine and my mat not being sticky enough, which you'll soon see in a second.
Oh, did it slip?
How do I cancel? Oh no! Oh. So, as you just saw, the machine as it was moving across, because the mat that I'm using, the stickiness has worn off over time, even if I've tried to like wash it and stuff. It slid across and it got all crumpled and tangled up in the machine. But luckily me and with the help of my mum managed to set the crumpled up piece of sticker sheet out, and it didn't do any damage to the machine, so I'm really happy with that, because I was so worried that I'd broken something or it had got tangled in one of the mechanisms, and it could have gone a lot worse. The only sad thing is that I had to waste off that whole sheet of sticker paper with the design, and I used the ink on it, but I mean, that's a small price for what could have been such a very expensive machine to fix. But yeah, so eventually I found the fabric mat for the machine and utilised that. Now the actual mat itself is a lot more stickier for fabric, so I did find with this one where trying to peel the stickers off at the end was a bit more of a task, just because it felt like it was glued on there, which in a way is good for when it's cutting, because then it doesn't have any chances of doing what you saw previously, but also when I pulled them off, they would come off a little curled, so I just put them under a book and here they are. So it's just a little mini restock of the stickers. Now here's the one that I pulled out of the machine. It's not really rescuable at all. That was the bit that got the brunt of it. It's all crumpled along, but the other side, which wasn't as crumpled, I managed to cut the stickers out as like a die cut just with a pair of scissors, and I've salvaged them for myself, so I'm going to use them in my journal and put them on my sketchbook and maybe some bottles, or decorate something with these ones for myself, because I never actually set aside any stickers for myself. All of my stickers I use to sell, so it's actually sometimes these mistakes that you can see there end up with me having some stock for myself to use. So I'm just putting back the stickers back into my folder, which I keep all of them in, just to keep them safe and stop them from getting like curled over time. You can see all the designs and restocking the toilet bound ones. And I did realise when flicking through this that I'm actually in need of restocking my bow sticker sheet, which has been selling quite a lot recently, as well as the Asher one, which I'm very pleased with. And I just enjoy making sticker sheets, to be honest. They're fun. They're a little more taxing to try and get cut on the Cricut Maker, but the end result always has me super happy just because as a piece it looks so good. So here I'm just making a Father's Day present for my dad. I filmed this as I'm doing 2 weekly videos. You'll be thinking, oh, that was quite a while ago, and that was just because in the 2 weeks of filming this actually happened. So I chose a lion design with a floral design on its face from Etsy. It's a beautiful design, and it did take me quite a while to be able to weed all of the pieces off. You can see here how detailed and small it is to fit onto a pint glass for him, as he's a big fan of beer, but I'm really happy with how it ended in the end. So I'm just cutting out some more of the freebie stickers for my shop. I like to include these in the orders as just kind of a thank you for supporting me, and I do have different stickers for different things you buy. So if you buy any of the Toilet Bound Hanako-kun stickers, I actually have a moche sticker that you can that you get with the sticker sheet free, just to keep it as in themed with your purchase. But these ones are the general stickers that come with most of the stock that if you purchase from my shop with. I'm having a little struggle here getting the stickers off this mat because it's so sticky, but also I think the setting that I had didn't cut with the depth as I normally do to get a clean cut, but they still turned out fine. I managed to cut off any edges that were a bit fidgety, and me and my partner went to the place called the Waffle Inn and got these beautiful waffles that were absolutely delicious. You can see us in the reflection. Every day we're waffling. But I had a super lovely day out, and we went around the park and I found some lovely roses here. And if you don't know, roses are my favourite flower. Not particularly the red variety, but these were still beautiful to see. I think they were slowly dying off, sadly. There's some new buds there, so I guess there's different stages to this rose bush, but very lovely. And then as we were walking back, I spotted a bunch of bees working their way on these flowers, and it just made me really happy. I thought I'd get some footage of them, and I thought you might enjoy seeing it. So I might have treated myself to a Nespresso maker. They were a really good price, and me and my partner have wanted one for a while, especially when we move in together. So I decided, why not? I'll get one. And I am now obsessed with this. In my review, obviously this is not sponsored at all, I mean I wish, but this is one of the best coffees I've had out of here. Now there's so many different capsules that you can get. You can probably see on the side there the box that came with it, with just a selection of a few of the coffees that they sell. But it's just so simple. This is the what's it called? I think it's the Plus variety of machines. There is 3 in total, and I have the middle one. And this one has the capsules that you add in that has the barcode around. So you pop it in and then it just scans the barcode and knows exactly what temperature and how much water to put in, which is just so simple and easy, especially for me, where I can just throw a capsule in, press boop the top button, and you've got a coffee. Of course you add your own milk into it. You can get a milk frother, but I mean, these are all made so you can just add a drop of just a cold normal milk out of whatever variety you enjoy, or if it's almond milk, and just taking it out into the studio to prepare for a day of art and fun and craziness. But yeah, I'm actually very pleased with my purchase of this coffee maker. It means that I won't be spending so much out buying coffees from coffee shops and just having more in. So I bought some copics recently, just a few extra ones to add to my collection that I felt like I was lacking in. And as you can see, all the different colours here. So I've got this beautiful rose pink. I had that grey number 5, cool grey. And then I have this lovely pale yellow colour. And I do have a lot of blues already, but I felt like I didn't have this kind of shade, which is holiday blue. And then a very dark black blue agate, which is the B99, which I did have one before, but I needed one to replace it as it's just run out. And then I got a refill for one of my favourite very pale colours, as it says there, pale. The frost blue, not pale blue, which in my previous vlog I used a lot of, and it actually ran out, so I thought, why not treat myself to a refill? So here are all the swatches of my Copics that I own. Now a lot of them on there now have ran out, and I've purchased new or different colours. Some of them I just used till they ran out and thought, I'm probably not going to get them again. Don't really need a refill, but I've enjoyed using them. I love this pale yellow colour. It's perfect for what I wanted. I do find that Copics do pastel colours very well. I haven't really been able to find many pastel colours in different alcohol based marker companies yet, other than Copic. And I love this rose shade as well. I was very worried that when I purchased this one, that I'd bought a colour too similar to the cotton candy shade, but after having a look at them swatched next to each other, I realised that they're 2 completely different colours. They have a different undertone to them. One's more purple and one's more red, and the rose pink is a lot more red toned, and I wanted it to utilise for lips on my characters and cheeks and adding blush, and also the cool grey I use for the shadows a lot. And I realised that I don't have any kind of grey Copics. I have a lot of pro markers in the greys, but I do find that the blendability of Copics is superior to any other markers that I've used. Now, I absolutely love that holiday blue. It's one of my favourite shades of blue, actually. It's kind of on the green spectrum, which I love. And this agate is, again, perfect. It's a replacement for another dark blue shade that I had that I just didn't get on well with, because I wanted it to be a bit more darker and have some tones of blue to it. But yeah, I'm really happy with the new shades that I've got. And as you can see, I was lacking in the yellow area, and the pale yellow is perfect. And we've got the pinks there, which I feel like the rose pink will add a lovely variety to. I've got no cool greys. And then the blue, as you can see, I don't really have anything similar to that holiday blue, so I'm very happy. yeah, the Prussian blue and a deep reddish blue would probably be the closest tone to the agate, but that one's a bit more rich. And then I have the refill that I've bought of frost blue. So I thought I'd show you how I refill my copics, as the normal way that you would be to take out the nibs of them and insert the little pipette thing at the end into them, but as I don't really have the tools to take it out and it's very messy that way, I do it a different way. So I put something underneath where I am going to be refilling it, and I just kind of drop the colour onto the nibs of them, and you can keep going till it starts to pool up at the bottom, and that's how I usually refill mine. I know there is a lot more ways to refill them more effectively, but this is just a quick, easy way for me to get colour quickly onto my copics and refill them. So I do it on both ends, up to the point that it can't really absorb any more of the alcohol ink, and yeah. So I recently, there was a reason why one of my vlogs previously was quite delayed, and that was down to the fact that walking back from work one day, I was attacked by a seagull, and not like crazily or anything. I was just happened to be walking down, minding my own business. I thought, yay, finished work, gonna go home, have some like food, and I wasn't holding on to any food or anything. I was just walking down. Where I work is in an industrial area. I'm a jewellery maker, so it's kind of in the industrial estate part. And the seagull out of nowhere just comes in and pecks my head and attacks me on the top of my head. And annoyingly, it broke my skin. And my worry was that after like doing a little bit of research, you can catch stuff from seagulls and birds and stuff, especially if you get an open wound. But luckily I'm all good and everything's all fine. But I was talking to my partner and my mum and a few friends, and we were thinking of how funny it would be if, like, because in the industrial estate where the building the seagulls live on is where all of the chemicals and like other things are made, if like it's similar to the Spider-Man bit by a radioactive spider, what if it was a radioactive seagull that had bit me? So I came up with this character that is based on that she's been bit by a seagull. She has kind of similar hair to me, that she was bit by a radioactive seagull, and then she kind of became half seagull, half human, like kind of superhero seagull girl. And here I'm just kind of doing a quick sketch to get ideas out of my mind and onto paper, I would say, but it's digital paper. As you can see, it's Seagull with a URL, just a play on the seagull name. And you'll probably be seeing more of her because I did enjoy creating this piece, but I do think I could get a better pose and just a better colour scheme going for this. So I'm going to work at it more, so in the next few vlogs you'll see a bit more of my character. And when I come up with a name for her as well. But at the moment she's Seagull, bit by a radioactive seagull. So hopefully you've enjoyed hearing my little story about pecked on the head by a seagull. But I have enjoyed creating this and everything throughout these past 2 weeks. And I hope that you've enjoyed watching my little journey, and I will be seeing you in the next few videos. If you enjoyed this, I would really appreciate if you gave me a like, subscribe and clicked on that bell, and you'll get notifications for when I upload. But thank you, bye!